I'm not even sure where to start. Welcome to 2 on Tuesday. So I've been on the road for about 3.5 weeks now. I am currently located at a state campground in Rhode Island, which is not exactly where I thought it would be right this second. You might have figured from the opening scenes that I've left my sort of old 250-year-old colonial home, rambling, many rooms, and moved into what amounts to about 80 square feet in our Overland Expedition trailer. Originally, this trip was supposed to get underway towards the end of May, and due to the COVID-19, I guess the best way to describe this at this point is all bets are off. There's been a lot of questions. Haven't put anything up on YouTube recently, so I kind of wanted to give everybody the rough update of what actually is going on. So I am full-time on the road now. It looks to me like, realistically, this is probably going to continue to be a sort of a rambling mission of visiting friends, bouncing around areas that are safe and that are, quite frankly, open. I've spent a lot of time talking to friends of mine that are in the overland world that are currently stuck in various locations, including Australia, Morocco, Mexico, Brazil, and essentially the world is going through an interesting period. This is affecting everybody pretty much everywhere. Virtually every border is closed, including the borders out of the United States into both Mexico and Canada. I think I mentioned originally we were going to set out in late May, and the hope had been to do the Atlantic provinces of Canada first, Newfoundland, Labrador, Nova Scotia, then make our way westward towards Alaska, and eventually start tackling the Pan American Highway going south. So none of that is happening. I'm also currently solo, based on the fact that we're not really, I guess we're wandering aimlessly is the best way I can put it. It is giving me an opportunity to test out both the Unimog and the Overland Expedition trailer, put it into real life action, testing a bunch of the electric systems, the solar, the water system, and everything else. Now, my intent is to update everybody on a weekly basis every Tuesday going forward. I think the first couple updates are probably going to be, I'm working on some videos. I get a lot of questions about the truck and the trailer, obviously. So I'd like to do an extensive walk-around video of both the truck and the trailer, and then do some breakdowns on the electric, the solar, the water, the pack, and various other systems. So you're going to see a lot of that, and probably some updates from the road, what I've been up to. I'd first like to thank all of the people that have made my first month almost on the road much more enjoyable and a little bit less of a shock being out on my, I guess, on my own. Laura, Ken, Jay, Joanne have all sort of popped around and visited. It's been a little bit tough. The selling everything, I mean, if it isn't in this trailer and it's not in my truck, I don't have it anymore. Gone is the furniture, the extra car parts, excuse the, sounds like the inverter. The fan has decided to turn itself on here. But everything is gone. Facebook Marketplace is an interesting thing. You can pretty much sell everything and anything on that forum. So what I have left is here with me. Those around me outside here in the campground are camping. I like to say that I'm not camping, I'm actually home. I'm going to be making my way around right now, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, in the Northeast in general are probably the safest and most, quote, open places. There seems to be a reoccurrence of the COVID-19 coming back in the South and the West, so that's making travel much more problematic. The reality is that although I can stay fairly socially distanced and alone in my camper here, getting supplies, crossing borders, even going into states that are requiring quarantining, being off the grid out in more remote areas and using and taxing the resources of the local people is probably at this point frowned upon. So I'm kind of trying to stay away from doing that, and that's kind of what's going on. Got a bunch of time spent over the last couple weeks on the bike, doing a lot of cycling. One of the goals, people ask me, what are your goals on the trip right now? One of my goals is to, I got some weird things I'm gonna talk about, but one of them is, because I'm in no rush, I'd like to do less than 100 miles of driving a day, never more than 100 miles. I'd also like to be cycling as many miles as I drive, so we'll see how that works out. I think so far I've covered about 350 miles driving and about 500 miles on the bike, so we're succeeding at that so far, but we'll see how long that lasts. The weather is obviously summer, and we're going, we're heading towards August, so I will be thinking about what's going to be happening over the winter. The original plan, I think, was to be probably in Mexico, Baja California at that point, so it's not looking great for having the border open. So I am looking at some prospects in some of the southern United States. So we'll see about that. Anyways, that's kind of the update. A big shout out and a thank you to all of the people that I've met so far in multiple campgrounds, gas stations, convenience stores, Walmart. The list goes on my bicycle, that have asked questions, been curious about the big orange truck, and seem generally interested in what I'm up to and how this is going to work out, particularly because of what's going on around the world right now. Special thanks to Alex for giving me the inside behind the scenes tour of Watch Hill, and I'm going to be heading a little bit north shortly, making my way up to the Gloucester Rockport area of north of Boston in Massachusetts. Hope to get some cycling in with my good buddy Eric Archer up there, and we'll see where it goes from there. But I will be checking in on a more regular basis on YouTube on Tuesdays. Also want to mention that a lot of people know that I'm fairly attached to my animals. They are staying with friends and family, so all of the dog, the cat, and the turtles are living it up without me right now. The other number one question that I get is, how long do you anticipate this trip taking? And I think if you look at our website, and I'll mention while I'm talking about the website, you can take a look online at drivetheglobe.com and see that I have a vehicle tracker on board, so at any point you can kind of tell where I am. The other thing I'd like to mention is that I think that due to the COVID, that the trip, one of the questions I guess is I never answered was, how long does it take to drive around the world? And roughly it's probably about 200,000 miles plus or minus. So clearly that's a long mission. I think our original intent was probably 3.5, maybe 4 years. With this, I'm going to call it the year extension here. It might be longer, but I hope to see the various people that I'm going to see on the road. And so far, I will say that that's been interesting. The people I've met and talked to so far. And I guess I'll leave it with I'm just getting used to this, and there's times that are certainly tough, getting adjusted to virtually everything, particularly living in 80 square feet. And I see enough because I'm in campgrounds, which is not really the intent of the trip in the first place, but I'm seeing an awful lot of Class A motorhomes and got some ideas for the future. But for right now, this is what's going on. And we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Thanks for watching this video. If you like what we're doing, be sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the truck and tree symbol to your right. Once again, thanks and hope to see you soon.